I'm standing at the sanctuary on the deck of the Hawkshaw Missing Children's Memorial on Pensacola Bay. And it is another beautiful April day in Pensacola, Florida. Hey everybody, here's your real estate update for the Greater Pensacola market through the end of March 2025. In the month of March 2025, there were 644 residential homes sold. That's an increase over the 519 homes sold in February, down 6% over last year, but still an increase, so we are headed in the right direction. The median sales price for those homes sold in March increased to $338,000 from $325,000 in February. Still a decrease from year over year, but an increase in average median sales price from February to March. Days on the market did edge up a little bit, about 4 days, 105 days on the market from 101 days in February. So it took the average home 105 days to sell. That's from contract to close. That's new homes listed, that's existing listings, 105 days on the market. So what that means for sellers is you have to be prepared. Have your home looking great, from the curb appeal on the outside to staging on the inside. That might mean decluttering. That might mean fresh paint on the walls, fresh paint on the exterior, on the inside, whatever it takes to get your home to contract. A great realtor helps. A great realtor, a realtor that cares, that's going to pull out all the stops, and that's going to make sure you're on all the social media networks and mailers. Somebody that's reaching out to every realtor possible, making sure that your home, it gets as much exposure as possible. 105 days, it seems like a long time because a year ago it was about 5 days to get a home on the market to contract, but those days are behind us. We're looking forward and preparing for the future. So respond to every offer, very important. No matter how ridiculous it might seem, respond, because that's how you get the pen to paper, you know, the contract. So that's what you want to work for. 105 days in the month of March is the average number of days it took to sell a home in the Greater Pensacola market. It's a little breezy out here. I can't apologize for it because it is a beautiful April day in Pensacola, Florida. So let's talk about inventory. Pensacola Metro inventory in the MLS is right at 2,926. That's up about 150 homes from February's 2,868. So we're increasing in numbers. We haven't seen those numbers in a long time, in several years. It's making a difference. That's the same 28% that we saw from a year ago, increase that is. That increase includes homes that are new to the market, homes that have changed brokers, maybe they expired, maybe they were withdrawn for whatever reason. And but anyway, the number is 2,926 homes on the market. It's taken a little longer to sell homes, as we just discussed, that 105 days on the market. Make sure you got the right realtor, make sure you got your home ready, you've sharpened the pencil on pricing, and you're ready to sell that home so you can get it to contract. Cash sales, forgive the hair. I know you don't care, but hey, it's a windy day on Pensacola Bay. Cash sales, there were 129 cash sales in the month of March. That's an increase from the 103 cash sales we saw in February, and still about 20% of the total number of sales made in the month of March. Still a 5% decrease from last year, so we're still tracking those negative numbers from a year over year. They're about to balance out and become even, I think. But cash sales, you know, folks are being a little bit more reserved with their cash. Cash sales are always non-traditional purchases, that meaning that they don't involve any type of financing, such as FHA or VA or conventional financing. They're most likely a line of credit or cash transferred from the sale of another home, or perhaps an inheritance. You get the idea. So 129 of the homes sold in March were cash sales, and that's still about 20% of the total homes sold. Same thing in February. January was about 19%, 20% in February, 20% in March were cash sales. Don't you just love being outside? So in the end of March, there were 832 pending sales. Why is that important? Well, if there were 644 homes sold in March, our hope is that that number continues to grow. So at the end of March, there were 832 pending sales. Hopefully, most of those will sell. Some will fall out because of a home inspection or a financing contingency, something along those ways, maybe an appraisal, who knows. Decrease of about 8% from last year, but we're getting closer. So that number of pending sales at the end of March, 832. At the end of March, we saw 1,013 homes go active in the MLS. So out of that 29, 26 total inventory at the end of March, 1,013 were new listings. That is a good sign for buyers. Lots of options out there. Sellers, you gotta sharpen your pencils. You gotta make sure your curb appeal is there, you're staged properly, you got the right realtor, the one that's gonna pull out all the stops and get those things done. Hey, it has been a joy being with you today out here on beautiful Pensacola Bay, right here at one of our favorite memorials. And I just want to share with you this time, this moment, this information. I hope you find it helpful. My name is Chuck McCants. I'm a Pensacola native and a Pensacola realtor, and I have been helping folks buy and sell real estate since 2006. Blessed to continue to do it in 2025. If I can help you in any way, please reach out to me. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next one.